Hello and welcome to a special episode of Codename New to Vero 2. Hi, I'm your presenter, Shabu Are You. Now, I just decided to film this episode because something transpired. Because I'm actually here at the house working on Retro Room 2.0 for the weekend. I'm trying to beat a storm that's coming. It's kind of like a mini tropical depression, but it's coming through in our area. So I figured, drive up, work a little bit, then go back to Boca before the storm hits. And something wonderful happened in the mail. Our good friend, BlackMajor, has issued a new character figure in his extensive line. Now, if you've seen my very early video concerning the BlackMajor, because at the time, now this was like 2-3 years ago, and it's been recently there's been a big deal about it over at Retro Blasting, and someone was, speaking badly of BlackMajor, and I can't stand for that. The guy is, I've gotten to know him during this journey. He actually lives in the state of Florida, and he's become a really good friend of mine and a wonderful supporter. And you guys know that like a couple months ago, I restored a moray. I brought it back from the trash, and I've been waiting to equip this moray with these Cobra Eels. That's right, BlackMajor has his own set of Cobra Eels. So I wanted to showcase them to you guys and, get you all excited. Again, I am so impressed with you customizers out there. Red Laser, BlackMajor, and even the little guys, I see on the pages, Facebook pages. I mean, top-notch work, guys. And, I tip my hat to you. I'm trying to do a 12-inch custom myself, and it's just going to shit. So, I'm just amazed on the skill set you guys have. Without further ado, let's go look at the 2020 BlackMajor Cobra Eels. So I'm going to bring you over to where I unpack them and have them sitting for the time being. And you could see here, like, he has a Python Patrol version of it. And you have the copy of the OG version right here. And then this one's kind of like a, Firefly version. That's why I got that. So those are the 3 samples he sent over to me. And since I did that video with Hooded Cobra Commander 788 to kind of like put a positive twist on BlackMajor, because at the time he was facing a lot of backlash, and I don't know why. The guy's doing his part, and this is a labor of love, not profit. And I know for a fact, he makes these for his own personal collection, but unfortunately you can't make like 5 or 2 or 3. You have to make them in the hundreds. So he just sells the rest of them to other fans. So that's like a, selfless act, and to help other fans. So I think these are well done. You could see with the original, let me try to move the Python Patrol one. To distinguish between that, you could tell the plastic, he always uses a different type of plastic to separate it from the OG Hasbro line. So that's one thing. And also he changed the Cobra symbol to his BlackMajor symbol to avoid, and also the accessories. Again, like anybody that grew up playing with these toys, once you pick up a BlackMajor figure, there's a distinction between them. And I'm saying that because people are upset that, he's messing up no, he's not. He's done his own things to prevent that. And again, this is a labor of love. But again, like you guys know that a few months ago, I repaired a moray, and I've been waiting to do that. So I'm looking forward to completing that off. Now, the second important topic I wanted to bring up, and I think especially us Gen Xers, the ones that grew up, 77 to 83 with the original Star Wars, you guys know it wasn't just going to the movie. We bugged our parents for the toys. And you guys also know on this channel how I'm not a big fan of modern Star Wars. I mean, just from a storytelling point of view, it's just fallen short. I'm going to keep it at like that because I know it's funny because I'm friends with Retro Blasting to see like how much like hate like he gets just for saying he doesn't like it, you know, and he likes things the way they were. And I agree 110% with him. I'm not just saying that like, oh, back in my day, but just from a storytelling, overall quality, production, everything, the OG, and even I appreciate the prequels more thanks to these sequel trilogies, how terrible they are. I'm actually liking the prequels a lot more. So anyway, what's happened is, I on my Facebook, I showcased that I got accessories for my Bespin Empire Luke Skywalker. Because my childhood one, I lost the lightsaber and the blaster a long time ago. So I posted on social media how I was able to find a guy who made reproductions of him. And the whole issue was, again, everything all kind of connects with the BlackMajor and stuff. The whole reproduction aspect of this and how there's, you know, people that support it and don't support it. Now, this is my childhood one, and I know that this is going to go with me until I go to the grave. I don't plan on pawning anything in my collections. Very rarely I sell stuff, and I have, but I collect what I like. I don't care about the monetary value or anything like that. So many people have come into the retro room, and that's the second question they always ask: how much is all of this worth? And I tell them I don't know. Like, you know, I don't keep tabs of that, even though I'm an auditor and a data analyst. Like, you know, I just don't do that. But anyway, the point is that, so this is my childhood Bespin Luke, and this is my childhood Lando Calrissian. Why am I bringing this up to you? Well, it just so happened that Hasbro has been releasing the original mold of those figures once again, and there's the Lando one. Just from looking at it, it's a carbon copy. I think there's maybe small differences between them to help, you know, distinguish them. The date stamp is modern. It's, you know, updated to not say, you know, 1981 or what have you. But the one thing is, like, here's the thing. I've said on this channel how I've kind of stopped collecting Star Wars. And you see, I mean, just giving you a shot at the retro room. I mean, that's just, I haven't even put up everything, but I stopped collecting Star Wars just because I don't like it anymore. Everyone and their mother is collecting it. We're collecting the modern, you know, for monetary reasons, like, oh, these are going to be worth something when I mean, that's kind of not the point of collecting. And it kind of just it just hurt too much. Like, you know, what has become of Star Wars? It's just why I just stopped collecting and focused on other titles. So the kid in me was elated to see this and I thought these were Target exclusives, but apparently these are at Walmart as well. I know the first wave, they were purely Target, and in Nowhere, Florida, I mean, I'm halfway in between Orlando and West Palm currently. So in the middle of nowhere, it's tough to find that carries, you know, especially when I talk about the G1 Transformers reissues. There's one Walmart in a 50-mile radius that I know that will get them, and they're the regional stores. I went to the same place and they had these again, and I was so excited. And even though I haven't been collecting Star Wars, the last thing I got, again, Retro Blasting picked them out too, was the Black Series Hoth and the Black Series Leia 6-inch. And these are the new ones that came out like 2018, 2019. And they finally got the face sculpt, and it was like, oh my God, that's Carrie Fisher, that's Han Solo. And I did a video about that a while ago. So I'm excited to pick these up. I was like a no-brainer, but it felt dirty because how much I detest modern Star Wars. Here's the other thing, the underlying thing that I want you guys to think about. While these are cool it actually is a big signal from not only Disney but Hasbro. We all know that the sales haven't been really strong on Star Wars stuff since The Last Jedi. Things has just been, I mean, you got a little bit spike in Mandalorian, but the whole novelty of collecting anything Star Wars is pretty much gone. There's no like, this is like a primo brand thing. It's like, it's become like a Wrangler jeans, so to speak, as far as collection goes. And that's sad, you know, because Star Wars is the gateway to everything. Like, you know, there's so, like, you could trace as Star Wars being that spark that ignited things in comics, toys, profession, whatever. It is that big of an impact. And Disney's has been fumbling the ball with that. I don't see any inspiring things that is coming from modern Disney Star Wars. And I feel that putting out these, well, as cool as they are, is signaling by both entities that they're trying to, you know, bring back that feel good feeling when you see these. And Disney and Lucasfilm have nobody to blame but themselves. And again, I'm so glad to have these on my collection, but at the same time, it's like bittersweet, because I know what happens in the sequel trilogies, and to see what becomes of this guy and all the amazing adventures we all had in our head, that's how he ended up. That's heartbreaking. There's a little bit of redemption factor in Lando, but you know, he didn't die. But still, like, you know, I like how the card back is. It looks, you know, it's made to look old, beat up, and has that retro thing, and you know, you can't take that off. So it is. They're doing their best to prevent any type of, I guess, messing up the original figures, so collectors and people can easily distinguish between these versus the ones in 1981 or 1983 and 1977. So I give them credit for that, and they're just beautiful to see. I mean, I'm excited to get, even though I feel all that negative about modern Disney Star Wars, yeah, man, I'm gonna recommend picking these up because it's still cool to have, you know, a card back of Bespin, Luke, and Lando go up on that wall over there. Of course, you know, this is like my retro collection, and I love them to death. Those are the ones that went to the war with me, endless, you know, adventures with. So those are priceless to me. I don't care how beat up they are. I mean, you look at my Han, his head is just like, you know, but I love that shit to death. So they have their purpose, and these will have their purpose. And no matter what, they're going to get our money anyway. So it's like, it's dealing with the devil. The other thing I wanted to showcase is, I was inspired with the Bespin Luke, so I decided I'm going to do the same thing with Jedi Luke and finally complete him with the Repo lightsaber. So I'm going to end this, and I think you guys, whatever your feelings are, you know, put it down in the comments below. Are you for or against utilizing reproduction figures or accessories? I believe I'm in favor of them personally, and I've said that because, you know, life is so short, and I know that I have no malice intentions with my collection. Like, I'm getting this for my purpose only, and I'm not someone that's going to be flipping them or selling them. If you're in that position, yes, then it's a moral issue. So I can't blame someone like BlackMajor or Red Laser or any of these customizers for doing what they're doing, because I know in their heart, in their mind, they're targeting people like me, not targeting to the guy who's going to buy these and try to have malice intentions with them. So I am going to get the green lightsaber for the 1983 Luke to have him go back on the shelves and finally be complete since God knows how long. Anyway, that's the end of this episode of Codename New to Hero 2. Thank you for joining. If you are new, and even if you haven't, please subscribe. I mean, I'm not expecting 100,000 subscribers, but to me, it's like a pat on the back. That's all I look forward to, and that's all I care about. So thank you for watching, and we'll have another comic recap up soon. Bye.